Everybody's watching this immigration battle play out in Washington, D.C., but I wanted to get a sense of these conversations on the ground in the cities that are actually directly impacted. So I got back in my van, yes, van in the van, and I went to Houston, Texas, a place that has about 1 million immigrants. Now, you think of Houston these days, you think about Hurricane Harvey, but some of the storm's biggest victims and the biggest heroes were undocumented immigrants. Now, everybody's hearts went out to him in the middle of the flood, but a week later, President Trump rescinded DACA and put thousands of Houston storm-battered dreamers under threat of deportation. So I wanted to go to Houston and see how are they dealing with the aftermath of both of these challenges. Check us out. Houston, Texas. Survived that big old storm. Let's see if they can survive the political stuff. Yo, how are you?
Fancy ride you got.
Yeah, hey, listen, man, it's state of the art. Welcome. Get in this van. We need you. Hey, buddy. How are you? Can I borrow those pecs? You're in good shape, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody around the world saw those images, saw the floods, saw whole neighborhoods underwater. The floodwaters have receded, but some of the pain is still here. Jesus, you know, you're a paramedic and you were in the thick of everything.
We were working nonstop those 6 days, pulling people out of the water, you know, seeing people go through these, you know, emotional roller coasters, losing their houses, losing their family members. 7 days of kind of volunteering and helping nonstop. I get to watch the news, and it's the president saying that there's plans on rescinding DACA.
So you're a dreamer?
I am a dreamer.
You have DACA status?
Correct.
And you came to the United States when you were 5, is that right?
Correct. Yeah,
Yes.
5.
So you're both came to the United States when you were 5 years old?
Yes.
That's amazing.
I actually just became a citizen, a U.S. citizen, and my first vote was for Donald Trump.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
On the citizenship part.
The Donald Trump part.
Welcome
too.
to the team, brother.
Okay, so hold on a second. So we got 2 kids from Mexico, basically the same age.
Right.
One is now a citizen, one is a dreamer, and one voted for Donald Trump. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Just look at what's going on right now. The economy is up. All the jobs are coming back to America. He was just the right guy.
When he first announced, and he said, you know, Mexicans not sending their best people, they're sending rapists, and some of them, he said, might be good people. How did that land with you?
Well, he didn't refer to all Mexicans. He surely didn't refer to the people who are in Mexico. I think Donald Trump cares a whole lot about all Americans.
As a Christian, I can say that no human is perfect, right? So I can understand why somebody like Donald Trump is as ignorant as he is, because he's never had to live that struggle. He's never been an immigrant.
I just don't understand how you can go to a country and call their president ignorant and then tell him to give you legal status. I just don't understand that.
I'm gonna call ignorance ignorance when I see it.
So why would somebody want to help you if you're treating them like that?
Understand
I
that.
would be grateful for being given a chance.
That's in a dictatorship. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm gonna suck up to him just so he can give me legal status.
Hey,
People
just
don't
wouldn't
know
you
that.
see the frustration when you're sitting next to a guy that came here and did it legally, and you came here and didn't do it legally? Can't you see why some people would be frustrated by that?
But can you see how for a young guy like Jesus, I mean, it seems that when the Europeans were coming over here, it was all right. Now other people want to come, it's not all right.
I think we still want everybody. Things might have changed a little bit in the last 250 years or 400 years, but yeah, we have rules now, and that's how we maintain society.
This obsession with the wall, I think for some people feels like an obsession with people of a certain skin color from a certain part of the world. Why is the southern border so important? Does it have anything to do with the fact that it's a bunch of brown people coming up here?
No, nobody can. It's not even brown people.
Mexico has a lot of violence. It just does. South America, Central America, a lot of Central American countries, they just have a lot of violence. And I know because I've been there.
This is not offensive or anything, but I feel like it's almost like a betrayal. You know, you came here, you made it, you're a citizen now, so, you know, forget the rest of the people.
That's absolutely not true. I respect American national sovereignty, but I also respect Mexican national sovereignty.
But at the end of the day, some of us had to come for urgent situation. My mom had to bring me here, and there was no way for us to come here legally and do things the right way because we were going to be persecuted. My dad was involved with drugs and the drug cartels, and so we were trying to leave that life.
In the State of the Union, I think he sounded very compassionate. He said, I'm going to help 1.8 million DACA recipients, and he's going to give them actual legal status.
My DACA expires October 13th of 2018, so I have an expiration date on my forehead, you know, and it's coming soon. And a lot of people think, oh, well, let's leave it up to legislation. So if legislation doesn't come up with a solution, you know, come October, then I'm deported.
So the stereotype now, the Trump voters, heartless people, you're mean, you're tough on Mexicans. Are you heartless and mean and tough on Mexicans?
I'm not heartless and mean. I enjoy helping folks that come here.
What is significant about this high school?
Cristo Rey was started about 6 years ago, and these kids are primarily Latino and lower-income housing. Many of them are DACA kids. In my company, what we do is we fund scholarships for these kids.
Why do you personally do this?
My dad died when I was 7 years old, and I was raised by a single mom. We asked that the parents pay whatever they can pay. And we had a woman in our first year that could not afford to pay anything. And she said, I can provide tortillas to the school. So every week, she brought tortillas to the school so the kids could have them. That was her total contribution. So when you make that kind of commitment to your children, I think it's a big difference. And those are the kind of people we'll be able to support in our community here.
You got two guys, one's for Trump, one's against Trump, but both are out here helping the community. Both saw their mom struggle through, and both would do anything to help an undocumented kid. I don't think anybody knows that. I don't think the country knows that that's really what's going on here in Houston.
Somebody just wants to be here working hard and doing the things that make this country great again.
How'd you get that in there, man? We were so close. We almost were together.
Just trying to help you out, brother.
That was a hardcore Trump supporter who wants to build a wall, but he was moved to tears about helping personally undocumented kids. As I said before, y'all, the truth is messy. And when we come back, the Super Bowl champion Malcolm Jenkins is here. We're talking to him about his big win and why he won't be celebrating at the White House. What he's been fighting for off the field. See you when we get back.